These are your daily messages for all signs. Cancer and Aquarius. Decisions could be in regards to money, finances, or something to do with the home. But it does look like there may have been early celebrations about a home or around a home. Could be matters in regards to work. Definitely a decision around either employment or the home, for sure. It's going to bring up matters that are either going to interrupt money, have you holding on to money, something of that nature. But this could be either a Cancer or an Aquarius. Six of Wands. You're on guard. You could just be saving for a home or saving for home matters. All right, so I also have the Taurus energy coming up. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me flip all my cards over. Okay. Oh. Yep, definitely about money. Saving. There's some type of investments happening or attempting to happen. Let me say that. Because between the take this take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is either for a Cancer or Aquarius or you two together. A Taurus could have some involvement of some kind, maybe even a Sagittarius, but they're on the outside looking in. When I look at the finances, they are definitely on the rise. It has potential. Let me say that. But if you keep throwing my cards at me, money, death. There is an end to some type of disruptions when it comes to finances. Could even be you are that person interrupting in a good way. You know how there could be someone stopping you from wasting money, stopping you from playing too much of your hand? That's what I'm getting from that. They're blocking it. Now, there could be some of you who have blocks in regards to the growth, the abundance. That could be either in regards to Scorpio, or this can be switching lanes where a Scorpio is now in position. This could be you guys having blocks to your money. Could be in relation to a Cancer or an Aquarius. But when it comes to the Cancer, you're very happy about the decisions you've made. Aquarius, you are still holding on to something. Like, even if you do see the abundance, you have not yet felt like it was enough for you to get comfortable to start, I wouldn't say even splurge spending. You're just on defense when it comes to your money. It's like you have you've gotten consultation or an advisor, a financial advisor in place. And then when it comes to the Scorpio, you do as well have some male energy around you influencing you. Could be the reason behind a block in the abundance. Now, when it comes to the Aquarius and the Cancer, something has ended. There has been a major shift that you don't see quite yet. Someone or something is feeling trapped. Tables have turned. That's what I'm getting. Tables have definitely turned for someone. And it could be for the Aquarius. But you still feel blinded by what you aren't certain about. You feel like you've gotten your inklings, you've gotten your premonitions, but you don't have the evidence. You don't have the tangible evidence to say, this is why I made this decision. And then something could be stopping this turn or this change of luck. Let me pull some clarifiers because at this point, this is about, it isn't just about money. This is, let me get a clarifying card because it is a lot. There isn't just one particular storyline. There is choices that are being made. There are emotions, but the emotions seem pretty stable, positive, if we had to choose a side. And then when it comes to matters with actions, I don't see forward movement more than a standstill, a protection, but that's around money, around the home, around even your energy. And this is going to bring forth some abundance. And this doesn't always have to look like monetary values. This can also be in areas of other places you find you need better luck, right? But there is an end coming to as well. The things you don't see, you're going to get more clarity around what may have been blocked or why it's been blocked, if you know what it is, right? So let's see what I'm gonna pull to see what everybody else is, because the only people showed up was Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio. Scorpio, you didn't talk too much, but you also are hiding something. My Scorpios. Knight of Pentacles. Virgo, but more of a clarifying energy, trying to play on the sidelines. There could be, again, this is things that circulate early decisions in either things around your home, things around your finances, or where you're investing your time and your energy. Premature movement, if any. Seven of Wands. Yep, lots of meditation, lots of decision making. One more clarifying card, and then we're going to go into one card for the love, because I don't get any, like I said, this isn't about love. I get more money, home, and energy right now. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of movement. This looks like you are in a meditation state, sitting there thinking, okay, before I move, before I make the next action or plan, I'm gonna contemplate. This has been a very big contemplation phase for many of us, but specifically Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. But ending's coming. So, depending on what side of the coin you're laying, if you've been having a lot of good times, because good times, I didn't do past, present, or future energy specifically. I'm looking at what's going on now and what's coming up. I didn't want to go directly into the past, but some cards will give light to that because, of course, if, again, times are changing, what was going on in the past? So if you had a lot of high spending, splurging, energy around running the streets, this is a time to sit down. Sit down, meditate, figure out what you're going to do next or else. Now, if you've been doing that in the past, nothing but thinking, nothing but where is life going? Depending on what you saw, whether you're ready with what was presented to you, there is about to be a change of action. So let's see if it'll tell us where that's going to go or if you're going to come sneak up in somebody else's spread. A lot of us like to do that. Okay, Eight of Swords. Yep, you don't want to. Okay, still wanting to plant the seeds. You don't feel like it's time to move yet, but some of you still do still feel stuck. Like you're looking in the mirror, but when you look in the mirror, you're blindfolded. You don't see your reflection. You're looking past everything that is visual, and you're looking at things you have on your mind, your thoughts. That's taking the forefront. But you have to look at reality. Let's see. Let me see who else wants to come out, because y'all were given. Yeah, many of you are on defense, playing on the defense team, whatever that may mean. But let's see who wants to come out. I'm going to give this next spread to one in particular, because like I said, that one had, I think, everything to do with a Cancer. Aquarius snuck in there, and so did Taurus. Scorpio towards the end, but I think that was more of a Cancer's storyline. So Cancer, it's probably time to sit down or stand up. What have you been doing lately? And for some of you, if you can't, the physical aspect of it, movement is still necessary. I don't know what that is about, but could be some physical ailments going on. Leo. I didn't mean to make that sound, y'all. But what? In the Cancer. Y'all like to come up together though. Leo and Cancer. Initially, okay? But let's see what Cancer wants to say. But you, Leo, you have a choice as well. Your choice is going to be movement though. You are going to be, you're action oriented. You're not sitting still. That's even when you're made to. Leos don't keep still. So within that movement, there's going to be direction. Two different directions you need to take. And you have to choose one. You know you can't take both. Let you argue it. You try both if you could. So one could be around work. Definitely could be something in regards to work. It's asking you to have courage in this decision. It may not be the one you would primarily choose. It may not be the choice most desired. Because there may be a pay cut. What? Right. Like I wouldn't understand that either. Who does that? Now, technically it may not be a choice. You come up again. But there is light on the other side of this gloom if you take it. So when I see this kind of spread, this looks like money isn't more of the benefit than the other things would be. So this could be distance from home to work. This could be benefits, healthcare, 401k, retirement, matching type stuff. You may be on that side of things where those things matter, and to let go of some finances as a trade for closer distance to home, better benefits. I've had to make that decision myself, and they usually outweigh each other. So if you were getting paid more but not able to see home, family, and the such as much, what's the benefit in making all that money and you don't really get to spend it and share it with those who you love? So I think that's where I'm getting this. Okay. Oh, choices. Looks like home is in two different places. I'm getting kids are in one place, and I don't know if you're married or your love interest is in one place. So yeah, that's the decision. If you are going to take the job that is home, your hometown where you grew up, you have those foundationary type things, family, friends, and community. But where you are, you built that. And I think the decision is more behind, do you want to keep the new that you've established or you want to go back to the old? And that's not always bad. So, yep, Leo, you have a choice between um, going back home. And this doesn't always have to be around finances or the job. Let me say that. But finances do come up because home may not be so lucrative for you, even if you're an entrepreneur or someone who doesn't work a traditional 9 to 5. Let me say that because I'm getting vibes, small hometown vibes for sure. So, um, not sure why the Cancer came up, but double Leo, you could be dating yourself. I wouldn't be shocked, and not to say that I've had in the past Leo relationships, but I see a separation between that, where this is you, the old versus you, the new choices. One comes with the benefit of I'm getting like a big town versus a little country. Um, I'm getting better jobs, not so much back home. Same thing if you're single. The choices. Like I done been through all of them back home. I don't want none of that. Well, find you somebody along the way and see if that you can bring them back home with you. Okay. settlement age is what I heard, but that doesn't mean, and that's what people think of when they go back home. You're at that settlement point in your life. You're ready to go back home with mom, dad, and those who you are trying to help at that part of life. But let's see, the Fool, Aquarius energy, new start for sure. You have a choice to make, and it's really about, even if you stay in the place that you are, it's still going to be a change of position, job. I don't know if something came up with that, but let's pull a that your cards did not need any clarification, but I am going to pull a love card because um that didn't come up, and I'm nosy. So it didn't come up in the last one, but it was too many people. I felt like that Cancer was either dealing with too many different people, or they just not focused on love altogether because they got too much stuff going on. You, however, it does seem things are more structured in life. There is this fork in the road that's come up, so you know, time to make a decision. What are you gonna do? Stick with the old or move to the new? And the thing is, going back home can be new too. You are, however much older than you were when you first lived there. I'm saying that because I had to make the decision to do that myself before. And trust me, fought it. I used to be the person where you could grab back and give, especially if your town, city, or area was a place that people considered took from you more than it gave or fed into you, right? Trust me, listen. If nobody knows, I know. But this isn't just about love. It's also about trusting the process. I think that you would probably have something to contribute to going back home. What you've learned on your journey from the time you left, you could benefit moving back way more than you imagined when you first left, because you don't have the credentials, the work history, the work ethic, the relationships, right? That pulling back in, you can go and grab back wherever you lived and pull that back in where you are and literally grow your old town existence to something no one in your area has ever known. So that looks very promising. But when it comes to love, Leo, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So I don't know. Maybe some of y'all, and we're gonna do maybe come back at some point in the near future if we're gonna get back into doing these to do love specific, but love takes too much out of you. Y'all know I don't like to focus on that too much. So only when I feel it needs to come up. So let's see who else wants to come out and talk to us. Some of y'all just be like, nope, not 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 trying today. Come tomorrow, come another day. And I'll be like, okay. So let's see who what we are in June 2026. Don't ask me where no new moon is, no full moon, or any of that. I know they've already just both probably recently passed. I'm not too attuned to them. I can feel it when it comes around. So, and I know the time frames, but I've tried to tap out of a lot of that, especially with these last few years. The spiritual world has been very overwhelming. COVID threw so many people into this mode of finding themselves, or this journey where I don't know if I know, but I want to find this path. And listen, I tell you, it got so, I started questioning my own journey. More or less that, do I need to be back and tell them how you really do this? Or let me stay away from that. That's why I don't like to subscribe anyway. Okay. So let's see who else wants to come out and talk to us and let us know what's going on. Some sneaky shit. Definitely looking behind your back. On guard and defense. Whew. Geminis. Let's see. Like them kids say 6'7", but it's 7'6". My child would have found it and still said it. Listen. But yeah. A lot of something could have happened these last few days, matter of fact. It is Gemini season. Matter of fact, yep. I've had a few a birthday Friday, the last 2 Fridays. My neighbor randomly didn't even know she came get me a gift on her birthday. I'm like, whoa, let's turn this. I owe you. Okay, I owe you. I gotta get you back. But Gemini's, you got some sneaky shit going on. I'm not surprised. Hangman, and I don't know if that wanted to go in reverse or come up right because it flew out. So I'm gonna read both of them. In a position, you done got yourself into some stuff. What's new? Let's see if you're gonna blame it on somebody, or maybe you're dealing with someone who's gotten themselves wedged up into a position. Let's see. Sneaky shit. First thing came out. I don't know if that's showing a bad glare on there, guys. Let me see. That's better? Or do I need to go this way? Y'all gotta tell me if y'all can see them, because I see a different view. I should have tested it out. I guess y'all get the gist of it. All right. Got something to do with kids, potentially. Page Cups. So, y'all children got y'all in some stuff? Oh. Definitely either your child in some stuff and you have to, of course, be indirectly involved, or you are the one caught up. I hope you ain't got no kid on the way. Well, to each his own. If that's the energy, my whole little wallpaper thing is about to fall. Spirit, okay. And I put that back up there. Okay. Empress energy, yes. For those who are not of childbearing energy, definitely about a kid. Kids, children. Something. Some sneaky shit. Maybe your kid could be pregnant and keeping it from you if that's the age range or group. 7 of Cups. Knight of Wands. King of Wands, I'm sorry. So, you got a couple people, but indirectly. So, because they didn't come up in the first initial matter, it came up on the second storyline, whereas this is what's influencing what's going on potentially and or indirectly. So there is some sneaky thoughts. They don't have to have actually played out yet. Some of you could be potentially wanting to do something sneaky, or someone may be almost in the position of doing it some sneaky shit to you. It's just a thought at this point. It doesn't look like it have to be in motion, but it does look like you're already on defense. It could be around love because the Lover's card did choose to come out when we spoke of you. You have come up in somebody else's read. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Cancer. But if this is you feeling like you have to go back to your sneaky side, right? You feel like someone has made you or put you in position to do so. That's why this is coming up almost reversed because I picked it up straight. So when it comes to this kid, though, I don't know if someone's using the child or the child is what's preventing the thoughts going into actions. But your mother, the mother of your children, or you're going to have someone become a mother. You pick the storyline. Choices, though. You do have the choice. It doesn't look like this. So it could be someone's trying to sneak a baby in on you. Whether the baby's already been made or not yet created. Hint, hint. Pay attention. It is your season. I'm sure y'all getting a lot of boom, boom, boom in y'all's birthday month, right? So wrap it up. If you don't want no children, you're still in childbearing age and you're doing it with someone or doing it with someone who could potentially have a kid. Okay. I'm looking at Leo. Leo then comes up when we talk about this. So Gemini, this could be a Leo or an Aquarius. I don't know why y'all like to always pick us, but I'm safe. So but new journey nonetheless. A new journey is taking place. Um, this could be again, doesn't have to be about relationships because that's the third card that came up. The thoughts was what was initial. So before you even presented yourself in the storyline as the person going on, so this could be very well someone you're dealing with. They're trying to trap you potentially with a kid. Don't even have to be yours. It might be theirs. They're like, look, I just need you as my baby daddy. Okay. I don't know. And maybe this is why you're not calling this a relationship. But this Leo, heavy on a new start. So if this is the Leo trying to trap you, or you trying to trap I don't know where the Gemini fits in, but if it doesn't go the Leo's way, they're moving on. The Aquarius energy is so far off that I feel like they could be just someone who comes in at the end of the story. But if this is also an Aquarius you're dealing with, um, they could want kids, they could still want, or they may have kids. Something going on with children. But I'm not understanding the sneaky thought, so we're going to clarify, okay? So let's clarify this sneaky shit. Because it came up first. And I wasn't shocked when it came to your reading, you know. Oh. So when the Three of Swords comes up, it's a three-party situation. Could be Gemini, Leo, Aquarius. But you're getting off this ship, or somebody is. So it's not going to be a three-party situation after this. But what is this? What's going on? So maybe somebody found out about the other woman or man. Let me see. I'm nosy. Somebody's crying. But there was no emotions. Ain't you don't look like a Gemini. You about to. So are you the player? I ain't surprised. But there's a three-party situation. I heard it was all in their mind. You didn't appear to not appear. Could it be appear or feel you were in a relationship, probably with both of them. I'm just saying. But there could also be where one of them there was a commitment, the other there wasn't. But my question is, why was there other in the first place if the first one knew there was a commitment? Your turn. Okay. So it looks like there was a third party situation you knew about, and the other two didn't. And somebody on the other two side found out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got yourself some sneaky shit. Mm-hmm. But what is it with this kid? Let's see. That's the last thing I want to clarify. Right? Oh, and this is reversed for sure. 4 of Wands. Ain't no more celebrating, baby. So what is it? Were celebrations in the past, but there's no more hooting and hollering. No more celebrating. No more happy times. The world? I am confused as we're gonna clarify one more card, and then Gemini, we're not gonna let you do this because it seems like you got 2 or 3 storylines, and I'm not participating in that. You just come back and by way of other people's story, and that's how we're gonna figure yours out. Because at this point, you've come up in cancers, like I said. Fidelity. How? Let's say I ain't sleeping with none of them bitches. I ain't cheating. That doesn't mean nothing. It could be definitely mental, verbal, and action wise. You don't have to be sleeping with them to be cheating. So you must be telling the other person you ain't done nothing with the other person, which is why you don't feel guilty. Mm. One more card on why the kid stuff keeps coming up. And then I'm going to let y'all go and we're going to go to the next. Some fucking body is pregnant or going to get pregnant or got pregnant. I think it's too late for somebody. And then we have the Emperor, Aries. Empress and the Emperor? Bruh. Is that the one? That's awesome. But it had to come through some nasty shit. Ooh, I would love to do a Gemini only read, but I ain't got time for it. Let's move on to the next. Because, baby, y'all always cutting up. Y'all always. And this got something to potentially do with an Aries and or Aquarius. Aries came up twice, too. So, no, I'm lying. Leo, Aquarius, or Aries. And I think it's Aries. And Aries. Virgo potentially as well. Let me see that. I did see Virgo. I'm going to pull a love card before I end y'all, before we move on. Because y'all definitely need a love clarifier read. For Gemini, with these 2-3 different storylines. What we got for them? Not a word, but several words. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I'm kind of disappointed because it kind of supported your theory on feeling like you're not directly attached to anyone was what I was getting. I don't know. It could be. So just a player in the Himalayas out in these streets. Let's see who else wants to come in and speak. All right. So we've had Cancer. We've had Gemini. Who we had right before Gemini? A few people came up in Cancer. So. Eight of Coins. Hard at work. Putting in the work. Gemini. This can't be your story again. We're not gonna do this. But we will see whose story you coming up in first. Because interesting. Sagittarius. You would come and try to make a scene in somebody else's read. We just had yours. Do that stuff over there. Okay, Sagittarius, you've been hard at work. Trying to, I wouldn't say more work more than studying about the money. On guard. Probably because of this Gemini. For the next one, I'm gonna turn the cards that way, y'all. Y'all know I'm a little rusty because I'm looking. Y'all looking at them upside down, but I'm reading them to y'all. Oh, Leo and Sagittarius, a duel between the fire signs over Gemini. I can't believe that. No. So either this Sagittarius is in between the Leo and the Gemini, but I just come out of Gemini reading that had a whole bunch of stuff going on, but Sagittarius didn't come up. Leo did. So, and Leo, not Leo, the Leos were a part of, don't quote me, but you got to go look and rewind, of the Geminis with a potential 3-party situation. Go look. But, Sagittarius, you look like you're in the middle of some stuff too. Let's see if it's love, but clearly it came out. Not first, but High Priestess. Hmm. You knew this shit was gonna happen, huh? Queen of Swords. Interesting. You got more people coming up than everybody else. What you got going on, Sagittarius? But that could be okay. Advisors, counselors, um, what you call them? Mentors, shall I say? So Sagittarius, you do have a lot of mentoring going on. Um, but studying. I don't know if you are in school or you're studying or reading, rather, on something to do with finances. But love is trying to interrupt this, whatever path you're on, a journey. You're on a defense. Love is coming up. It has something to do with a Gemini and or a Leo. I don't know how much a Libra or a Scorpio will be involved, but those two are on the second part of that storyline. They're looking like more of the advisors and or mentors that are coming up. Hmm. But y'all are known to be players too, because let me tell you, boo. Once upon a time, I knew a Sagittarius who tried to play both sides, said his baby mama was a dyke, and then turned around and was trying to get this one. Go to find out him and the dyke was in on it trying to get them a third party. The fuck? And so the third party was on the outside, think with the joke on them. What's going on with the side chick shit? I just a shot side dude stuff. I don't know. I just guess I don't get the concepts. I would believe, especially if you're trying to do some polygamy, let both of them know. Be honest. That's how you get stuff. But if not, most times, I ain't saying it's right, the side chick know about the wife, not the other way around. But these days, it's been like they both know about each other, but they think the other one don't know about them. What? He just fucked over both of y'all and did a polygamy without having an agreement. Well, indirectly, shall I say. Interesting. Hmm. This time I always have to be men. Let me not be sexist. This can definitely be a woman, because definitely no one with the baby daddy, but they ain't his son. So I couldn't give that storyline. Hold on, let me double check. But that's not to say this new one isn't the case. I met a girl about a month ago, and I quote, she said, so I'm dating this guy. I've been dating him for about the last 9 months while my dude been in locked up. But he about to get out. And when he get out, this new one gotta go. So me, the therapist, questions. Well, which one you really like? Well, this new one, he takes care of me. He ain't in with that street shit. Good man, good career, good job. So you mean to tell me you gonna give up some good stuff for some old shit that's not happening? Like, what the fuck? Backstory: her daughter, which is neither one of their kids, is closer to the one in the pen, but now growing closer to the she say the one now and the daughter haven't bonded like the one before. They haven't had fucking time. 9 months. But the other one I think got like 6, 7 years on from the past. But he a street nigga. Depending on what you like and you love, honey, because I'll tell you some chicks that love them a street nigga. But she don't have to pay the bills for neither one. So now are you wondering about your safety or your stability? Because really, stability ain't a problem, obviously. I'm just saying. This was a chick story, okay? She was running game. So let's see, Sagittarius, if you done talking. But what I will say is there is an end coming to something. With this death card, okay, hermit mode. Oh no. It's a trick on you because you want the hermit mode to end, or someone does, but it's blocked because hermit is in reverse. So you ain't coming out of it. You stuck. Interesting. You're stuck in hermit mode. I wonder why. Wonder if we can get clarity on that one. Could be all these people around you. What? No, we ain't gonna keep doing that. But it came up in reverse, 5 of Swords, and that might be a good thing. Now in the upright, this is a fight, 5 of Swords, but it's blocked as well because you're in hermit mode. If you weren't, you would be outside fighting, but because you're inside, you got blocked. That's a good thing. That's a good one. If I ain't never seen it before, so I'm gonna get a clarifier on what's ending or why you are blocked from coming out of hermit mode. There very well could be not physical fights with a Virgo, but verbal, or a Scorpio. Could even be with this Leo. The end could be with the Gemini, or the Virgo, or the Libra. Pick your story. Temperance, balance. On top of Libra, Libra twice. So there will be balance to come. Let me clarify some things though, because I have a question before I go and get this daggone dog, which he just mad. That dog don't like me to talk on the phone. Like very now if I bring her in here, she gonna be searching all over my room. And I gotta wash it. I ain't got no tissue paper because she's a billy goat. Okay, let's see. Clarify this. What's blocking Sagittarius from coming out of hermit mode? And or what's ending? And maybe if you want to give them an extra card about the fight. What fight? You got to wish. You might be wishing to stay in hermit mode. I don't know. Interesting. You feel free. You don't feel constricted or like restricted. Like this is by choice for sure. Gemini. That might be why you ain't trying to come out. Gemini. Lovers though. Let's not focus on them. There is a relationship that might be attempting to pull you out. But I asked 3 questions. I asked what was about to end, why won't you come out of hermit mode, and what has to do with the fight. You got a wish, you got the lovers, and one more. Where did it fly? Oh, you got flyers. 3 of Swords in reverse. Oh, so it's blocked. So, hmm. If you're dealing with a Gemini, you're the one getting out of this 3-way situation. Okay. And maybe that's why you've pulled yourself out of it via going into hermit mode, but you're no longer a part of this 3-way situation when it comes to a Gemini. But there also has been a 3-party situation blocked if you were the initiator. Let me get my charger. Hold on. So you could be dealing with someone who wants a relationship, and not to get into much of a storyline because this ain't all about y'all, this ain't Sagittarius' reading. We're gonna just say that you wished for this, whatever this is. The block, the hermit mode, and or the balance. Because the balance is there, definitely there. So, love card, and then we close in Sagittarius because your reading's starting to look like Gemini. Gemini definitely wanted to come out and talk in your reading, though. Just FYI. They try to take the forefront if you rewind. You'll see. You don't want to talk about love. Oh. Because it's probably nasty, you know, and got some shit going on over there. if you're the initiator of that three-party situation. Mm-mm-mm. I love to look at other people's tea because it be like interesting. Interesting. I heard my dog. She is mad because she can hear me in here talking, and I'm home, and I ain't letting her out. Power? You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Wow, confirmation. You don't want this relationship, whether it's a three-party situation or not. I don't know. So, if you're not the initiator, you could potentially feel you would be in a three-party situation, or there's something going on with threes. But if you're dealing with this Gemini, that definitely is what you kept yourself from, my love. Okay? That is Sagittarius. Let's move on and see who else wants to talk. We're going to get one more and then we're going to wrap it up for this live. That's been a big one. Before we did Cancer, we did Gemini, Sagittarius. So let's see who the fourth person wants to come up. And then I'm going to take this doll out because she is jealous. And then come back maybe and do another. I do need to go do my other video for my other platform. But I had a little inkling to come over here. My cards was calling me. My fingers was itching. All right, who next want to talk to us today? Disrespectful. I swear. Whoever this is. Oh. It's a Cancer coming up again, but wow. It's not about them. Let's see. A lot going on in your story, whoever you are, because before you even, and I said I was going to do this, I'm going to be reading them back. Hopefully you get it. Okay. But it's not about a Cancer, so let's see why Cancer's coming up first in this person reading. And blocking some good shit too. Aries? Okay. We didn't come to y'all about y'all? Aries. I thought we did y'all, but y'all came up in a couple people's reading, I'll tell you that much. Well, if you're dealing with a Cancer, I'll say this. They got you by the balls of the breasts. Because they got your world upside down and got you on defense. Or the other way around. You got them hanging with the hangman. Wow. Temperance. I don't know if you need balance, if this is the balance you think is okay, or they do. Y'all happy. The fuck? Let me mind my business then. Y'all swinging from trees and shit, but you're blocking some very good opportunity that's due to you, Aries, with the world being the reverse. And you're guarded. Some type of action is guarded. Let me say this. Could be in regards to business or career. But right now, you are happy. There is a foundation of balance and security, safety of some kind, emotional security as well. Could be partying, having a good time. That's nothing wrong with that. But you're blocking something. You're leaving something major off of the table, Aries. And it could be due to some type of emotional connection. Let's see. The Star card. Yep. I'm not seeing financial security more than everything else. That might be what you're leaving off the table, your money. Hmm. You're on defense, but you're still hanging. It's like you're guarded, but you're still hanging as if you have no control. You're tense, real tense. There is this hope, optimism, and better times ahead with the star card, Aquarius, uh, Sagittarius energy too. Hmm. There's your money, 4 coins. And baby, you are holding on. So I wouldn't say you're broke, but you don't have access, Aries. It seems like you party it all out as soon as you get it. You're missing out. You're leaving money on the table, a major opportunity or deal, because you are too focused on, or not focused, rather. That's the point. You're not properly focused due to all the gratification, drinking, and celebration. What are you celebrating? Hmm. It's not, I ain't saying I just come from one of those things or places where you celebrate when there is a reason to celebrate. This looks like you just having a good old time for no reason. Like be toe up from the floor up. And then when it's time to move around and take action, you're guarded. You're tense. You're missing. You're missing out on the bigger picture. You need to have excess money, lucrative income to be able to live like this, is what I'm getting. But then you want to hope for better times when something got you drinking. There's a lot of um what's it called? You drinking. Definitely the choice of relaxation. But then you get to the, what was I supposed to be doing again? It's a little late, honey, to be going back to the money. It's spent. Mm. And you, Aries, are not an energy that likes to be broke. So, are you doing the spending? Or is someone connected to you like this? Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Aquarius doing all the spending for you? I don't think I need to clarify, but I'm definitely gonna get a love card. Mm-mm. You definitely want to come talk about love, Aries, but we're not. Mm-mm. I'm just giving you a card just to see. It don't look like this is just about love. This looks like everybody around you had taken advantage of. Not see, and I don't want to say it like they're taking advantage of you. I'm taking it more or less that they're trying to keep your hopes up and get you in a good place mentally and emotionally, but at what cost? What cost? All right. I keep saying friendship. This could be a friend that's doing this. Good or bad, they're the ones trying to make you refocus, or they're the ones distracting you. Pick your storyline. But there's somebody blocking it. Maybe you don't want to talk about love. Freedom. There we go. Secret admirer. What? You wasn't expecting that. Someone has deeper feelings for you than you are letting on. So you know. Mm. With all this going on, that shouldn't be what you focus on. I shouldn't have done the love card. All right, guys. This is your daily all signs reading for the first four. I think we did Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Cancer. Don't quote me. I'll timestamp them later, and I might be back later for the next four. See y'all soon or the next time we go live.